It is imperative that radiographers to continuously explore the indigenous culture to ensure that aspects of unconscious bias, stereotyping, and discrimination is eliminated. Miscommunication in healthcare sectors can be life-threatening. The rising number of migrant patients and foreign trained staff means that communication errors between a healthcare practitioner and patient when one or both are speaking a second language are increasingly likely. A refusal to take Aboriginal languages seriously not only results directly in poor medical outcomes, but also in mistrust and disengagement, and non-compliance with a treatment regimen. Silence plays an important role in indigenous cultures that often respond to questions after a prolonged pause, a constant foray to those doctors who see silence as important in their own cultures. They compensate by filling the silence and disrupting indigenous patients' thoughts. There's a simple solution: pause and allow the patient to think. Additionally, healthcare practitioners must be conscious of their nonverbal gestures whilst exhibiting features of non-threatening body language and tone of voice to alleviate any notions of possible insecurities. There are some communication strategies. Make greater use of medical interpreters. Use diagrams and illustrations. Demonstrate procedures first where possible. Use plain English and avoid English idiom. Allow extra time for Aboriginal patients to respond. Look for culturally meaningful analogies that make sense within the patient's lived experience. Radiographers within Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency (AHPRA) are required to adopt respective mannerisms that demonstrate a culturally safe workplace for Aboriginal Australians. In order to address their human rights, Australia's Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have advocated for the articles in the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. The right to self-determination means that they have the freedom to live well, and the right of refusal of their treatment according to their values and beliefs. Furthermore, legal components of medical imaging practitioner encompasses the confidentiality policy established by the AHPRA. The policy highlights the responsibility of complying with the patient confidentiality and privacy requirements within the agency and ensure that the information is not inappropriately disclosed.
Created using Powtoon.